Supercell. Yeah, so, and they show you at the end.
The original Warriors, that movie. Yeah, the main guy. Yeah, that spirit. The main guy in the movie. If you see the movie Warriors, he climbs up on the big podium. He's talking to the different gangs, and he's talking to them. It's like a pyramid. He's talking on, showing you Cyrus, showing you like basically most of the gangs. Yeah, basically there's amongst those cliques, there's insiders.
Yeah, insiders, snitches. Well,
yeah,
it is.
Insiders that are working for the devil. And you, the lower level person, is just like, you think you're doing something, but you ain't. You're really just another cog on a lower level. Showed you that initiations, but it showed you in the Warriors, because he climbed up on the podium, he's speaking to the different cliques in the Warriors, and he was showing like a pyramid. He was showing you he's an insider. He's like one of the leaders. He's the leader, Cyrus.
100%.
Shows you, man.
I say whenever Jake trying to do something, relatively positive, man, Esau's always there to break it down, to destroy it.
Or pay a nigga to take you out.
Yeah. Because even before that culture before was more about, because remember, Jake, you had the Black Panther Party. It was about like protecting your community and whatever, or whatever it is. But then it turns into
Esau infiltrates. It's mainly because of the crack.
Exactly, the drugs,
crack and the money that come with drugs.
Exactly, the guns, the violence,
the easy money. Because crack is witchcraft, man. You get people hooked and they keep coming back to easy money.
Esau don't want you to be conscious, man. So that's how he devises all this COINTELPRO. He fucks up all like.
Yeah, you talk about it all the time. How many that crack era? Remember, there was loads of Jakes here that were actually doing well for themselves.
Yeah, families.
Those are the ones that could afford the crack. Because remember, cocaine was a high society drug. So any Jake a lot of them Jakes that ended up on crack at first, the reason they was on crack is because they was on cocaine. So you could go to a party, and obviously there'd be cocaine on the table. Cocaine was a high society drug. And then but man didn't know what crack was. So it's like, oh, this is crack. It's like cocaine, because crack comes from cocaine. Not knowing that it's the devil. It's a completely different beast.
And when you mix, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I'm just thinking, Jake's on cocaine. Why are they on cocaine though?
Yeah.
They want to fit in.
Yeah, bro, I've got that preset. I've got it.
But the white man complain, they don't want to assimilate.
Yeah.
It's not going to fuck you up.
So a lot of them Jakes that were getting hooked on crack were like flipping doctors, nurses. These were people with jobs, engineers.
Got a preset.
And it totally wiped them out, man.
But the thing is, when you mix that lifestyle as well with poverty, that's when you're gonna get madness. Because you get people in high society that don't have to lift a finger, that are fucking borderline drug addicts. Them motherfuckers them elites they got sons that Hunter Biden motherfuckers smoke £1 million worth of heroin and do that. And but it's a different when you're living in poor crap communities.
It's Wolf of Wall Street when they do it.
When people are dependent on you.
All they do is snort and fucking do drugs, and then they'll make a fucking £1 million in the account tomorrow. They live a different life.
Fucking leaving.
Girls having sex in the toilets, on the table, in the office. Also, they're just making bare money, scamming people. That's how Esau really lives.
I showed you that in the movie, the Duke of Wellington. The Rothschild movie. You saw the movie when they had the Duke of Wellington scene. They would just open up that little thing they got, do a few lines, then talk business.
Opium.
Opium.
Got something? I was on what you could. I had the same thought. This is Proverbs 12:26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of wicked seduceth him.
A lot of this stuff, even if you want to talk about being alcoholic and gambling, a lot of that was imported to Jake, the slaves, from the poor whites that they imported from England. Because they brought the alcoholism and the gambling from England over, and obviously you had the poor Edomites mingling amongst the Jake, and they brought them the way they speak too. Ebonics is basically from poor English whites. Because that's one of the things I really hate, where they try and act like everyone in England speaks the Queen's English. It's not true,
bro.
It's not true.
I always get on them on comment boards because I didn't. There's girl had an interview and she said, "Oh, my ex-husband always gets on her and says it's not true." So they'll have you thinking they're all like some high flowers.
Most of England speaks mad, crazy. But if you're a Jake and you speak with an accent, that's when it becomes a problem. Like you're low IQ. But no, Ebonics, even in America, the American Ebonics was the you had the higher society whites, they inherited their speech from the Queen's speech. But the lower society whites was the ones that are around the blacks. So the blacks inherit their speech from them. So that's why Ebonics is the way it is and the way they pronounce their stuff. Same thing in the West Indies. The West Indian accent comes from Cornwall. It's a Cornish way of speaking. Cornish and Irish. It's not something we invented because we got low IQs. We got it from you. Idiots. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of degenerate behavior they got from degenerate whites.
Fucking prisoners.
Yeah, because that's who they were bringing over. They were bringing over
That's
these.
why they're crazy ass Jaffites in Australia. They're like that because they're crazy Australian English prisoners came there with madness, bro.
But you like Esau told a story. All Edomites were all high society. No, bro, they were in the pub, like you know what I'm saying, like half naked, stabbing each other over flipping blackjack games. This is how it is.
Even now they say that
Australia, the
Brit
New
has the
Zealand
reading
guy, they're kind of
ability of
nuts,
an
like-
11-year-old.
Yeah,
Like,
you
go
know.
back to football. Like, even in corporate, you got a thing where like they tell you if you write a letter to somebody, you just gotta make the shit readable to a primary school age person to make sure that nothing goes over their head.
And that's who Jake was around. So Jake picked up a lot of those bad habits and those bad ways. And then you got the bourgeoisie, the black bourgeoisie were copying the higher class whites. The lower class Jays was copying the lower class whites because they didn't bring it with them from Africa. No, they didn't. They weren't alcoholics when they were in Africa.
Have you heard a Nigerian speak English?
Hey, yo, come
One
on.
that's fresh from Nigeria.
Automobile.
They're using the top
Locomotive.
See, funny because I was going to say English, but see, after England left, when colonialism, when people from colonial countries came, they spoke better English than the fucking white. They were more studied and all that. I'm talking about, you know, them people that came in from Ghana and Nigeria, the old generation, them guys, the West Indians, they were speaking like
They were middle class.
That be still true today. That's
Yeah.
still true.
Yeah.
Because you got these children that grow up and learn different things in Africa. Like, they'll come out here and outspeak and outdo maths.
all these things shit. Well, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Even the exam they make people do when you come from the West Coast to get naturalized. Most British people couldn't answer the questions.
But they know what they know. Yeah, bro.
And
it's
there's an
crazy.
English element to it as well, where it's like you got to prove that you can speak
Even though
English
you're
to a
calling
certain
nation.
level, right, and stuff like that. So you might have been educated, and that's the thing that they don't like to speak about is in a lot of African, so-called African places, depending on your colonizer, that's your pride, that's your national language. So if you go to places like Ghana, Zimbabwe, the national language is actually English. Yes, you've got local languages and stuff like that, but English is
Everyone speaks English.
you know. Then you go the French colonied one. Yeah, it may become a bit more what's the word? Creole or that sort of variants. But it's exactly which got Angola and them regions as well. Portuguese, they speak very well, right? You know.
Martinique, the French, Martinique, them was speaking better French. Then Martinique man coming to France was speaking better French than them. Yeah, exactly.
Crazy, bro. Look at that man, what Jamie Carragher saying.
I've got something to back that up. Job 30:8. They were children of fools, yea, children of basemen. They were viler than the earth.
Yeah, they were vile people. This idea, and this is what the system of white supremacy has done. It's whitewashed Esau and who they really are. So you think about Esau, you got people talking about how before immigrants come to London, there was no crime. Are you insane?
Crime rate.
Are you
Jack the Ripper and them man like.
Bro,
Yeah.
are you insane?
It was
and then
dirty,
when you actually
dingy.
do the history, there was knife gangs.
blinders.
There was, come on, bro. There was bodies floating down the Thames.
Famous killers, man.
What are we talking about here?
Yeah, man, that's a legendary
Legend killer, man.
Like man in fucking in the middle of Asia
Good old
somewhere.
Jack.
The middle of Africa know about fucking.
Oh,
Jack.
when the immigrants come to, if you go to London in the 70s, it was great, and then the immigrants come, bro, and then there was slums in London in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? Like what are you talking about?
My aunt, my uncles would say different, man.
Bro.
The 70s was not.
They were even worse.
It was worse. You could
even
die in
worse.
the fucking. There's no camera.
Bro,
Well,
they romanticized themselves and their history, and then you
They'll
go
stab
back
you
and say,
up,
what
man.
was the Wild Wild West all about? What was you doing then? What was you Edomites doing the cowboys and all that, riding around with their guns. They were just murdering people and doing all kind of crazy stuff.
Taking land.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Highwaymen.
Yeah, that's it. I was gonna say, ask all of the people you interacted with during that time, man. They ain't gonna say that you came to bring peace. Look at India, man. They say the partition of India killed 2 to 3, bare millions of people. That's your history, man.
Nah, they were all just end. No. But no, man. Let's not play these games, man. You Edomites, man. You're not this. You're not elves. They try and make it look like they're the elves from fucking Lord of the Rings.
Nothing prestigious about it.
No, you got a few higher class people, but the rest of you are just low level Neanderthals.
This is they got a new game out, Assassin's Creed, right? Black Flag.
The pirate one.
The pirate one is based in the Caribbean in Port Royal.
Yeah,
and
the privateers, the buccaneers.
And they show you the junkies that was the ones before. Those are the ones that was catching slaves.
Yeah.
Watching alcoholics.
They were working on behalf of like the crown and all that.
Yeah, but they're
And
murderers.
Spain had their own pirates.
Yeah.
All these different. The Portuguese, practice.
Even like Pirates of the Caribbean, I watched that recently.
Yeah, same shit.
Like the reason you had Jake in the mix on a lot of the ports is because it would be like escaped slaves and whatnot. But for them, it's like, what the fuck can they do to survive? But then it's like, for a lot of the English, they were either hired by their state, hired by independent, like the East India Company or whatnot, where they would have been like, oh, get our merchandise back, whether it be slaves or whatever. So
It was a way for a low level, like I think we spoke about last week, a low level peon to get a leg up in life by making.
That's why they did it. They loved it. Yeah. Some of them, they made big. And some of them dudes got so rich, they put their way into politics. Their family's still there today. They go back, they trace their lines. Their great whatever was a real pirate. Now he's got a suit on, calling.
Now your grandson goes to private school, but that's not who you were. You never went no private school. He's a cutthroat from fucking the Isle of Dogs somewhere. So it's just yeah, man. These Edomites, man. It pisses me off the way they romanticize themselves as if they're these civilized people. When we know that you had gangs of white youth, the hooligan culture. Where did that come from? The UK, Britain, as well known, got a hooligan culture where these Edomites would just meet up and just beat each other up, stab each other, glass each other in the face.
When England lost the festival on high alert, they put out all
Domestic
sorts of
case,
alerts, England domestic abuse.
And the English are known to go to other people's countries.
And there were feds everywhere.
And it wasn't Jake.
Nah, it wasn't it.
But you see, all that will be ignored, and if they'll see Jake fighting in Stratford somewhere. See, the low IQ nuns. You know, they got low impulse control. Meanwhile, you men are known for flipping the fight in the streets.
A man losing the game and
And your wife is cooked.
She's just like,
Some guy knocks in the pub. This World Cup.
In the kitchen, just shaking, stirring the beans.
Little Mo from EastEnders.
One video that Edomite has laid out his woman and the kids was there. They was all trying to fight.
Yeah,
oh yeah, I saw that one.
Man had to jump in the pit.
After the finals.
Yeah, he's laid out his woman and fight.
And then like the kids were both trying to stop him.
like, we did
And
it,
then like they were used to him just taking out his wife. I was like, bro, they're the same ones that have their children running around the estate naked, man. Remember that shit? Just have them just they're like the same age.
This brother knows because we grew up around
That's
these
what I'm
damn
saying.
low lives. They were stealing lead off the top of, stealing the lead off the. Don't listen. We know about you Edomites. You were stealing the lead off houses. You were stealing the copper wires from the signaling system in the trains. You know all of that Upney and all that. They used to steal the copper wiring for signal failures. And it weren't no Jake doing that. It was Edomites, white boys, stealing anything that's not nailed down. They were stealing. How many bikes you guys stolen and was going around, bro? Better bikes. Better bikes, man.
What they used to do, like, they used to do like King's Cross. They will go and basically they'll climb down to where the train. You know where you can get onto the train line, basically. And then what they do is, the slow trains that come in at night that are open. You jump in there because some of them they got like cars and things like that. Then they'll just be robbing radios and that's
Yeah,
their
man.
lifestyle,
No,
bro.
but that doesn't.
Dropping off each room.
Graffiti. The idea that immigrants are the ones that brought crime is so retarded. It's so like this is genuine to the reality. Like,
Even they came out recently with the whole Argentina thing as well. They had a private J community. They brought them pirates over there and then they
Killed them.
decimated them all, bro. Had man on the front line fighting war, saying,
yeah, that's why we're glad Argentina got cooked. Let's carry on with the precepts, man.
So can I? So it's like I was looking something up, and it's just the pure racism of Esau, right? So because I asked the robot, I was like, okay, amount of rest during Royal Ascot, which that's a predominantly Edomite thing, right? So it says 50 individuals. It says this accounts for a very small minority of the 300,000 attendees. So I said, all right, let me see how they report on Carnival, right? And it weren't trying to say any of that. It was just saying 500 arrests. It weren't trying to give no padding. Like 2 million people go there, and you got 500 arrests. So like, I was just
No, but that's, that's a perfect example. Reading Festival, then white boys go there, bear rape, yeah, and unlimited drugs, but it's not policed the same as the carnival. And them Edomites, listen, let me say something about them Edomites, yeah? They be doing a lot of rapes.
Yeah.
The date raping thing was the Edomite thing
and
to do.
inbred as well. That's a big thing I found out about.
The what?
Inbreeding. Like they
yeah,
do a lot of
yeah.
inbreeding.
They be doing that.
Explains a lot. Yeah.
You know that whole thing about girls going out and they got to protect their drink? That didn't come from Jake. Jakes don't be going out spiking women's drink.
What they do now is they throw that great coach on Elam, innit? Now,
No,
they participate in it, but Esau's,
bro, you see that thing? What's it called? You know that movie with Denzel when he's the Uber driver and the gal they drop it up.
The Equalizer.
In Equalizer. That's a real thing that these Edomites be doing, right?
And these were like Wolf of Wall Street guys.
Now that happened, but obviously not how the movie showed it. I was in with one of them cabbies, and he's like, yeah, one night some guys came in with a girl, it was 3 dudes with a girl, and he said she was out of it, and he could tell that they'd given her something. And he said when he got to the house to drop them off, they were trying to like take her out of the car, obviously to take her back into the yard to do their thing. And he was like, nah, you ain't taking her nowhere. Nah, but he didn't, obviously. He
equalized them.
They free my man in
Denzel fucked them up real quick.
Yeah, Denzel, but I'm just showing that this happens in real life. And then he said that they ended up having to leave her there. Then he's like got her phone and managed to find out where she lived. And then when she told her dad, the dad was like, yo, where their man at? And wanted to go back there. But these Edomites have been date raping, bro.
They've been doing it from day.
And it's not being reported. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been roofing women all the time.
I think it's like memory loss as well with it, so they wouldn't even know.
Yeah, they been doing it, man.
I got smacked.
But now the face of it is immigrants. But
really, in their community, I'm saying in their community, this stuff happens so much. See, the police know what happens as well. A lot of it just gets swept under the rug. It happens a lot, especially in their own environments. This shit goes down.
Bro, I'm telling you, Reading Festival, because my woman worked security there. She said, yeah, just bare gal. They're getting roofied or whatever in the tent, and they're getting raped. Like,
bro.
Like she told me, bare gal. She worked security there. That's what they're doing. They just get the gal, give her this drug, give her that thing, get her in the tent, rape, then she don't know what's going on.
Exactly what's going on.
But they're not going to report that a certain way. But if one girl gets raped at Carnival, not even that, man, give her the one wicked wine on the tree. And man's on the Twitter guy, man, look at these lot, what is he doing? Man's in the tree, gathering.
But if I'm like one of them and they want to do that, the headline story, they'll get Tommy Robinson.
Yeah. Protect our women.
Yeah, that's all. They do it. Communities in their bro. That's very true. That whole raping stuff goes down deep in their communities, bro. It's regular.
And the thing you mentioned, the incest thing. It's like with the younger girls at home, that shit happens. The thing is like, man, I know that I've dealt with them cases. It's like that shit happens on a scale you wouldn't even believe. That's what it's like commonly. Like there's so many times. And it could be like girl to girl, even boy to boy, all that. Like it's just your mess is happening. It's just not reported because it's just a mess.
Yeah, because then when you add on top, the adult entertainment pushes that heavy.
Bro, you know. One girl from school, her brother wanted to fuck her because she was old. He said, "Let me have it."
That's crazy.
Whoa. He's in my year, and his sister was in your year. You know that's crazy. Said he wanted to turn.
I should have beat him up on that.
He was a weirdo as well.
I beat him up straight away.
Damn.
Whoa. And that's an Edomite. That's like normal.
Bro, it goes down. It happens.
If you live around, if you grow up around them,
we know because we grew up.
I remember it was reported multiple times in the news in like where we grew up, like saying, oh, the brothers and sisters were caught on camera.
Damn.
In a section, like it was in the station. in the lift in the station.
Damn.
Where it was caught, there was CCTV on there, said like images. So I'm like, bro, it's like,
The thing is, in the
Bro said he had a preset as well. Sorry.
Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith.
Right, he ain't upright. Esau wants to paint himself like he's the righteous man trying to control all these wicked heathens on the planet, and if only I could just get rid of all these blacks, everything would just be righteous and there will be no crime. And no, this is a lie, man. Esau's a big criminal in the earth. He's the original. Right? And if they don't do the criminal where they live, they'll export it. So if they don't do the crime here, they'll wait to save up to go to Thailand to do the crime.
Well, those places are basically
the paedophile thingy from Chicago was talking. She showed me on BBC Three. The paedophile was going over to there. Then he was like certain villages, they'll be like 10 villages there, whatever. Like he would negotiate with them, then they'll let him get to kids and whatnot. Then he will get the wholesale images and whatnot and sell on a dark web after. And it's like, bro, it's like everyone knows that's what them man are there for.
Well, now in the Philippines and stuff, they're starting to like banish them so-called ministry guys. So and you know, it's always the creepy cracker, man. You know, it's always that creep fucking weirdo Edomite. They're starting to banish them now, capture them. Whereas years back they were having free reign. Now even them heathens are, what the fuck are these people doing over
They
there?
outsource whenever they go to these places, they bring the drugs. They bring that barley. Barley now is just bare drugs and that because these Edomites are going on.
And they're stop off for crime. They do their drug dealings there. They fucking drug a lot of them criminals, UK criminals. They get caught in Bali, in Thailand.
That's where Fredo right now. My guy I work with, you know, one of the Jakes. He told me because he lets me know all the, he's in that life, innit? So he told me like the move right now is everyone going Bali and picking up a bit.
Yeah,
going to Dubai and then trying to ship it over there.
And that's Edomites. Edomites infiltrated Bali and they're basically destroyed them.
Just like they did with just like years back, the play was what it still is. It's Spain. The Costa del Sol.
Oh yeah.
They all the fucking English criminals would go Gibraltar and all these places. And then they'd have to and then they'd have to deal with. Basically made it a hub for their criminality, and then the Spanish authorities, they know what's going on, so they get paid off.
Certain man get through, certain man get.
It's just the whole world of crime. Esau's a criminal, bro, on the whole
that's
level.
Why Dubai as well. Dubai is a hot spot as well because it's a safe haven. They know they won't. If your enemies in that same country, it's like you both know anything. It's a bit on top. That's why they caught Callahan over there, you know.
Callahan, another criminal.
Yeah. And there's what the scripture says. The scripture says the Malachi, they are the border of wickedness. It's just wickedness everywhere. And you can't stop it until the Lord comes. It's just what it is. It's just wickedness every corner you go.
And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
Yeah, that's what Esau with the system of white supremacy and their programming. And I actually was going to do a video on it on the British, because the British, they got the best PR on the planet because of Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
Because of Hugh Grant and all these guys, man.
Yeah.
What is it? Oh shit. See? Man got away though, man. You got they have an image when they think about Britain of the sophisticated. And I asked ChatGPT and it broke it down. It said, that doesn't match their history. They're savage people. But he says, the media, through the media and Shakespeare and all these different things, they get to promote this image that the British people are these sophisticated. That's why everyone thinks we're soft. You get me, man? Not knowing that the reality is these men are a bunch of low-level Neanderthals, man.
This is one of the most violent countries in the world.
America's our son. Son of America.
Any given Friday, Saturday night, just bare arms. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But they make it look like a Jake. No, Edomites. Just arms in it out outside the pub.
Especially in them fucking sailor towns, Portsmouth, and my God, them dudes are fucking violent as all hell.
Yeah, of course.
Drunk. Oh my.
Well, up in Scotland, Glasgow, and all that.
Oh yeah.
They were violent as hell, man.
Oh, Liverpool, Manny.
Oh man. It's this is the culture of Britain is just pure violence. It's the culture of Britain. The women fight, the fucking men, everyone's smashing each other with
women
glass.
have got fucking. You think these Edomite white, you know, they'll think like these Edomite white women are like dainty and all. No, see them on a night out, man. They're drunk out there now.
More than you can.
All over.
Nah, bro, I used to when I was first working in one bar, right? I was working in one bar by Bethnal Greenway, brother. Every weekend it was just Edomite families smile, you fucking and then the manager like, you get involved, yeah. I don't want to even get glasses. Like you have to. They were just smashing glasses every weekend.
Hey, and they're funky people too. They do a lot of nastiness in the toilets, on the train. So the CTC on a night, coming from London, going back out to their ends, bro. It's just nasty. There's food everywhere, shit, piss, vomit, everything, man.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? The
public restrooms are all hell.
Yeah, like Ting will just vomit on herself, just pass out. Then it's a stop. She wakes up, just walks home in that state.
The thing is, other Europeans, you go to other parts of Europe, it's cleaner. It's
like
very
Germany
clean.
is fucking.
They don't even, it's clean as hell.
But you got this little enclave. You got the little enclaves of sophisticated British people. But that's not the majority, man. But they got good PR. But then Jake ain't got no PR. For Jake. It's like the worst version of Jake gets to represent everyone all the time.
Every Jake on the planet.
You know, these Edomites can go out on a Friday night. I've seen it. Have full-on brawls, man, face claret everywhere, and the police will come, and they'll be like, oh, like what should we do? And I'm thinking, that's a freight. If it was a group of black guys that had a fight, we're all getting nicked. Oh, responsible. The police are supposed to arrest you bare minimum. It's a frame, but man's got clarity. So that's GPH, APH, everything. I've seen the PTP just like, you know what, man, just let them go. Yeah, bro. Because it's like, charge it. Just a bunch of.
It's gonna happen again.
It's just Jack the lads.
When it comes to the white boy, you don't want to pay for it. When it comes to Jake, no, you got to make sure the paperwork is
don't go, bro. The bully vans are turning up and you're all getting a record. That's how it goes, man. Every Friday, every Saturday, they terrorize. When the football games are on, they're going around banging on everything, breaking things. Bro, the most childish behavior, anyone that's worked in the city, the most childish behavior you'll ever find is these Edomite men, grown men, sliding down the escalator. What are you doing? And flipping and breaking his leg or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did you do that? You're a grown man. I've seen man twist his damn leg damn there off.
But even them islands, those Greek islands, where they made it like party capitals from like the 80s and 90s.
Vomit everywhere.
The locals,
they
hate
turn
them,
up,
man. But it's just they just, you know, like they're trapped living there. They ain't got a choice. They fucking have to. The old ladies have to clean up piss every morning from the party.
I was gonna say as well.
The Greek ladies and all that.
What was it when Robinson did one of his walks? Like, bro, you saw the road after there. It's like they had bins on the side. It was a fucking absolute.
No, but then they'll go after the Arsenal thing. You know when the Arsenal had the, you know, don't really like to talk about it, but they had the Arsenal thing. They had an image of the being dirty afterward, and they were like, oh, London's a shit. Oh, look, see the immigrants. I'm like, bro.
I was like, I saw what you man did. You man left, bro. It was liquor everywhere.
And it was clean the next day, but it's like that's what I'm saying. They only notice things when it's Jake, but when it's their own people, it's like. Nah, it's John Cena.
You said it was clean the next day. I remember driving past that area because one drive through that area, North London, Emirates and that. Bro, the streets were still, it was still bags unfiltered, like unlit places still getting picked up. And they just trashed the place worse. But when it carnival, they'll show the streets and like to say it's just a carnage. Yeah. Like, anytime carnival finishes, you'll act like.
But there's 2 million people there.
And that's the thing about carnival.
That's the only time.
That's what I'm saying.
If you leave it up to them, you'll think carnival is rampage and one sound system, and that's it. They got bachata there. They got everything, man. You see all kinds of people over there.
Everyone's there.
Everyone, 2 million. You're saying the whole of the London population of Jake, even their babies is all in. Come on, bro. That's what I was saying. I was like, bro. So I went. I got pictures of me at carnival like age 5, bro.
Exactly.
I remember I got a little whistle.
Yeah, bro. I remember one time there was the Edomites. There was some kind of sports team. I forgot which one it was. They won some tournament and they were tearing up the streets. And it's like, yeah, okay, so they did that, and then the Jakes did it in France, and see their monkeys.
Bro, they were the way they were preparing for that. They were saying, what was it, Morocco versus France? No matter what Paris loses, I was like, bro, it's like
no matter what Paris loses.
I was like, bro, it's got a preset one.
Let me finish this one.
Yeah, so back in 2 Corinthians 11 verse 14, and no marvel for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. So they want to make you believe that Esau will never do such wicked and vile things. So is everybody else.
They're innocent. Oh, yeah. Elon Musk said the Edomites in Britain are like the hobbits.
That's how you know he's not big. That's how you know he's not big. What is he on about?
He's on crack.
Go to Leicester, go to Leeds, go to any of these towns outside London and find me a hobbit, bro.
Yeah, they're just innocent. And the black people, we're orcs, you know.
Because you know, most of the people from the other sides of the world, they picture the UK like a fucking, the way they used to paint the disc.
Oh, a Shire.
Like, you need to watch
like a Guy Ritchie movie.
Like a lovely movie.
Even my Guy Ritchie movie. You know about Brick Top and them type of people, man. They're really out here. They're really that good. Why do you think Jay-Z was coming out in the early 2000s? Because there's a lot of things he was doing, but people wouldn't know. Because he was saying like, oh, get me some Scooby-Doos. You might, what's a Scooby-Doo? Shoes. Cockney rhyming slang. Yeah. So he was out here, he picked up on a lot of stuff. That's why the Blueprint album, he had the Dave
Courtney's, Dave Courtney.
I think it's The Business, the name of the book.
Yeah.
So he was inspired by white British gangsters.
Yeah.
Not black.
From like Snatch.
That's why like Rockefellers, you know, he likes that.
Yeah.
So it's like you lot can't compute that these like there's some spooked up, some demons over here, man.
The original home of the demons. That's why that gal said what she said. Yeah. The British Empire, the Thanos of evil blood in history. Yeah. They were doing nastiness in the East India Company, doing nothing but crimes throughout the world. They're a nation of criminals, man.
Verse 15 says, therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works.
Yep.
Right? Because we know what their works are in reality. That's not what they tell us their works are. Oh, we're philanthropists, we've given you cars and mobile phones and healthcare. Bro, that pales in comparison to the evil wickedness that you've done.
Yeah.
It pales, man. It really does. But you don't ever want to focus on that. You want to make everyone forget about the wickedness that you did. Because you're not really paid on that back.
Even the mobile devices, the fuck you know.
But even that whistleblower cop, John Wedger, he come out and he's talking about the Metropolitan Police, etc. And he was talking about he knew people that worked with people in high society, and he said you would never call them, if you knew what they do, you would never call them mom. He said, like that's an endearing thing to say. Hello, mom, and all that. He said you would never call them that if you knew what they're really up to. You know.
This will go Psalms 73, I'm sorry, from 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
Yeah, that's why the Lord, like the brothers mentioned earlier, choose none of their ways, man. And why the Lord said this is not our rest. So if you got the mindset you want to make it in a society, just know that you're gonna have to compromise yourself, man. That's not something you're not supposed to want to do. Just for uncertain riches, man. There's just many have fallen into foolish lusts and all of that. So yeah, man, this world is too wicked. That's why we need Yahweh Shai, man. That's the only answer. That's the only, way out of this place is Yahweh Shai.
Them man do a lot of that clean evil. You know that evil where you're selling like missiles. You're selling missiles to man to blow up children, and you're making millions. But it's like I'm not involved. But it's like, they do a lot of that clean evil, man, and walk around.
Suit, entertain someone for lunch. There's formalities and everything. It looks like something inspirational that you want to do, but when you get down to the nitty gritty, they're selling bombs.
They'll do something in the economy that they'll make money from, but bare grannies are not losing their houses. That's that clean evil, bro.
Over here, like they were
can't be traced to us.
Yeah, it's clean, right?
Over here, all the banks were giving finance to the UK arms of them Israeli companies, knowing that they were gonna use that to finance the war in the Middle East. And then they washed their hands of it, saying, "Yeah, but we're funding NATO nationals, we're funding your national defense. This is for the good of the UK and all the rest of it." When you know what the money is when you're gonna go, man.
Well, this is why that saying is true, man. Follow the money, man. Like that's where that's
Rich
that,
man.
yeah.
Rush hour 2, bro.
Because that's where we put the money down. That's where the evil came from, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Benefits.
A little bit.
Other one on.
For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men.
Even in the UK now, the average Edomite in the UK is down bad, but the elites of the UK, they're fine. They've never been better. They've got more wealth now than they've ever had. And the same thing goes for America. The average American is down bad. But the elite of America, they've never been more wealthy. That's the disconnect. And they don't face the same problems other people face. They don't get their phones stolen, blood, in Hyde Park and that. They don't face like normal level crimes. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to worry about certain things. They got diplomatic immunity when they go places. It's different for these elites, and I'm talking about the elites that you know travel in between these different the French ones, the German ones, the ones in Monaco. The guys that turn up to the Formula One like it's nothing, you know them dudes.
There's even like unofficial countries like that. I was watching one video. There's like a whole, in the South America, they got like a whole tech ecosystem where they got multi-millionaires that just turn up to this country. They self-govern. They got their own laws, offshore territories where literally they just go off their own rulership.
Yeah. Bro. They're fine. Oh, and when all hell's breaking loose somewhere, or even if it's in the country they're from, they don't get touched by it. They're not affected, man. You think they're worried about inflation and the price of petrol?
The hell no.
Even that Rishi Sunak, remember they asked him what was the price of bread? He was like, what's the amount, bro? Well, I mean, man's a billionaire. You think it matters if bread even goes up to £10 a loaf? That's nothing to the man, because he's the one that's selling the bread anyway. So they're not affected. They're not involved. That's what the scripture's telling you. You've got a certain group of people, mainly Edomites, that they've always been above everything that's happened, whether it's war, you know, famine, tribulation. They're untouchable, and that's why they're so proud. But the difference is this time, Yahweh Shai is going to touch them because they're going into slavery. You might avoid the famine, you might be able to avoid all that, but you ain't going to avoid when the angels come to arrest you, man, and you got to go into them pits. You can't escape that.
Verse 9, woe to him that converts evil condition of his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. That's what they well can afford them to. At least above all, you know, the majority of normal things. Everybody else has stuff.
It's not, nothing's a problem. Oh, your car crashed, no problem. What's a problem? They could deal with any problem like it's not even an issue. They live life different. Your car breaks down, you're stressed. One of their cars breaks down, they roll out another one. It's not long. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got caught for a crime. Yo, call that dude. You know, make that number. It's done. It's squash that. Oh, I killed someone.
I just shot a man.
They got fixers for that.
You even got Jeff Bezos to marry that ugly kid of my wife. He rented out the whole of Venice like it was just a casual thing. Just rented out the whole city of Venice. For himself.
Zechariah 11:5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
That's right. They've been violating up, especially Jake, they've been violating on people, and a lot of their wealth that comes directly from our people. A lot of them, man, like they had money invested in them plantations in the islands, man, and was making crazy money. Now you might look at the books and they might say £5 here or there, but £5 back then was mad fees, man.
They're making millions, bro.
And they had certain man like Thomas Thistlewood out there working for them, and what was he doing? They want to talk about being civilized. What was Thomas Thistlewood doing? Man's got a whole book of grotesque acts. Just raping every woman, violating every man.
And then a lot of these in Britain as well, they like to talk this like a pious from that they're pious with the slave trade, bro. They had would have had a lower level devil here buy his way into that and have other crackers running plantations for them on here, where they're just living normal lives. So they don't have to see the glory part of it, but you're getting paid in full. While them little pirates,
Clean crime.
and then when they got when they got insurance money, it went to the ones here that didn't have to even step foot in Barbados or so and so.
And then when it comes out, they could act as if, oh, we didn't know that. We didn't know that was going
No,
on.
but some of them would even make them round trips to check their so-called merchandise. You know what I'm saying? So you knew exactly what you're doing, man. You know, because they'll throw that kind of stuff on the American whites. You know, the KKK lynch mob whites and that. It was just as bad.
But you know, these rich ones, that's why they pick those types of characters that would be cutthroat.
Yeah.
That do all the evil that you want them to do.
Yeah.
You know, because you know they'll go the extra distance.
They're both the more
the whole extra mile. Yeah. So, this man got extra mile.
This is what we do.
In 12 Years a Slave, he was the one that came to collect Solomon.
Yes.
Posh
Yeah,
American,
it was
British.
Benedict Cumberbatch, that actor.
Posh, come on, you know, with the bucket hat and all that shit.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
Solomon.
But you remember the woman? Remember the woman? She said to him, because Solomon was saying we should stick here, and then the Jade woman, she said, but it doesn't matter how he is, they're still enslavers. Remember she said that about him, because the other character was a demon. He was a
Incel. Right now, he would get incel.
Brad Pitt's one set free.
Yeah. But remember, she said about the first guy, it doesn't matter how nice he talks to you, he's still an enslaver. So, exactly.
I got a precept. It's the book of Isaiah 29 and 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
Yeah, so you Edomites, you're the devil that the Bible. You know, that's where the Spirit just wants us to keep saying this, man. That you're actually the devil. You're trying to run this PR campaign still. You're trying to hold on to this white supremacy. Because in the system of white supremacy, you're God, right? You're the perfect ones. That's what the word white means. It means perfect, righteous. But the reality is that you're the devil and you're guilty. And your legacy in the earth isn't going to be, oh, you gave the world mobile phones. It's going to be that you're the devil. The Bible says the seed of the wicked shall never be renowned. So you're not going to be renowned. You want to be known as like the civilization builders and the saviors and the messiahs. That's not you. You're the other guys. You're the man on the other side of that. You're the villains and the perpetrators and the violators.
You're gonna be in league with Babylon, the whole Babylon, the Tower of Babylon, Slovakia, and Sodom and Gomorrah. And these are the types of things you're gonna be compared to. You know.
But they'd say no. I'm a philanthropist.
You're
I'm
Satan.
known for my philanthropy.
The Bible actually calls you Satan, that old serpent, which is Satan. That's who you actually are. And you're not going to be able to turn that. The seat is really being removed from the earth. You're not going to be able to just redo it. That's why they were crying about what the girl said. Oh, but the British Empire, we did this and we built railroads, bro. No one ain't trying to hear about your railroads, bro.
Because
we gave them medicine. You know, you took away medicine. You took away a lot of medicines, and then your same pharmaceutical companies went back, found them same medicines, artificially created them, and then resold it to man.
because the whole thing with the railroads, and we always bring it up when it comes up, is that was to allow easel to move the stolen goods easily.
Still.
When you look at like the railroad in Sri Lanka, is going around all of the tea farms and around all of the tea farms. Well, I forgot the tea plantations, right? So that you can just get a whole load and then transport a whole load. Whereas before you're going through like difficult terrain. So it weren't out of the goodness of your heart.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's always for profit, man.
In America, it was a monopoly as well. That's how it's all about money. That's not much caring about, oh, we need to get the people. Nah, money.
But they want to be remembered that way. They want to be remembered as the hero of the earth. You're not the hero, man.
But even their own people have been lied to about what they are. Who they are. That's it.
Even in India, the British, they built this. Well, it was the Indians that built it, but it was like a railroad that went. It's a railroad, basically, because it was like where the British Empire, their headquarters was basically in between the Himalayas and India, so because it's cooler. It was a cool area, so they built this railroad, which they massacred people to build it. And then you go there, even to this day, it looks like a British high road. You know, where you got Top Shop and all that. It looks just like that. It's in the Himalayas because they would set up their headquarters there. And and it's like a railroad they had to build it takes you up there. And it's like basically they had massacred a lot of them Edomites to build it.
It sounds like a net positive in the world.
Yeah. And what they did is they did those deals back then with a lot of them Maharajas and the Rajas of India. So then basically, but then what happened is in the end when the British basically bailed out of India, they fucked all them Maharajas out of all the money they were supposed to help them with, because you know they put them above certain Indians while they're under the British. When they did, they fucked them over. So some of them now are using those places as tourist places and stuff. But if you look at it, it looks like you're on the high road here. Looks like
we're expected to believe that was a net positive in the world.
Yeah.
It's actually
Yeah,
crazy.
it's not a net positive. It's a net positive for Esau. Yeah, it worked for Esau, but it's not a net positive on everybody.
And it's the
There's no way.
it's the idea that there would be no development in the world in anything without Esau. It's absolutely asinine.
And they massacred the hell out of
That's crazy.
So, because even certain aspects as well, because I came across some information where it's like the prostitution in Thailand is all because of the CIA and the Vietnam War, right? It says the expansion of Thailand's commercial sex industry is deeply intertwined with U.S. military and intelligence operations during the Vietnam War, right? It says while it existed before, the influx of U.S. troops, intelligence personnel, and contractors on rest and recreation catalyzed the rapid growth of major red light districts.
Yeah, bro.
You know?
Yeah, because in the Vietnam War, that triangle, when that war was going on with North Vietnam, the troops would go to places like Philippines and they pop because they had bases. They're popping over there. What are they doing there? They're pimping the people out. They're people of these are impoverished people that ain't got fuck all. The whole military's in their communities. They have to turn to that, unfortunately.
Yeah, but we got mobile phones, and that's why and that's why the kingdom of heaven is a beautiful thing, because the kingdom of heaven, man, is going to be surpass this disgusting place in everything. It's going to surpass it in technology, medical, everything every area of life you could think of is going to be on a much higher level than it is now. And Esau ain't going to have nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it.
Because you're not in the kingdom of heaven. We're going to have you as just the lowest level slave, because you're not that intelligent anyway. We're going to be the ones that's going to be the intelligent ones.
The ones you despise the most.
Yeah.
Be the ones moving things
and you're going to see a kingdom being built. So after that 1,000 years, you're going to see like a kingdom, and you're like, raw, like
we weren't shit.
And it's like, the world never needed you. No one needs you, man.
That's right.
But you're trying to push this idea that if you weren't around, everybody would just be ooga booga and can't feed them. When there was other civilizations before you that you put in museums. This is a joke. Or nobody could read and write.
And then call them wonders of the world.
Man said no one could read and write before them. Like, what are you talking about?
How did they get into that deep mathematics to build a pyramid?
Average human can't do maths anyway.
How did they align it with the stars? And you gotta know some maths, man.
Ignorant, man. Listen, the Bible tells you knowledge comes from the Most High, not you. The Lord can inspire anyone He wants with knowledge. It don't have to be you, even though you stole most of your knowledge.
And the Most High said He gave the knowledge to Jacob. Right?
Yeah, I've got that.
You got that? Yeah. And that's why we're gonna be on top.
When you're a center of money, knowledge and development will always come to you because you can attract the best and the brightest. America was a massive pioneer in tech. Not because it was homegrown in America, but because America had the money to have the institutions that if there was a guy that was smart from India, bring him over here. Guy smart from China, bring him over here. Germany. So you get to bring in all these people and the best of everywhere, and you can go forward. It's not because the Edomites themselves were so smart. When you got the money, you can bring in people. So any empire anywhere always was a center for development because you can do that. You got the people,
and plus those people with the skills need to come to make some money.
Yeah.
You got to come to the
brain drain.
That then in turn slows down the prosperity of
the nation. So if we say, because even on that, Zaquan, then what they do is, let's say you do have good education systems in your home country, your qualifications aren't recognized.
It doesn't matter here.
So then what you do see, and you've been seeing, is even like certain places that are first world now, their parents aren't sending their children to good universities in their own country because that piece of paper ain't as strong as the same one in London, the same one from Harvard or whatever. And then what then happens that get poached.
And they can make peas off that too.
Big
They bring
peas.
them over here.
Big piece.
And now
they charge
they're
mad
spending
money.
a lot of money from their country here to send their kid here. Because they're paying like 20 grand or something, or 30 grand a year. Man, to hell with Esau, man. Precept.
Proverbs 2 verse 6. For the Lord Yahweh giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. Yes, so like Daniel said as well, like numerous different prophets iterated, the Heavenly Father is the source of wisdom, and he's the one that giveth it and taketh it away also, man.
That's what they're gonna find. Sorry. No, that's what they're gonna find out. They pretty much. You're not in rulership because of how great. Esau says that by my might I did this. No, but the Lord just get the pride of your heart. The Lord put you in position. When He takes you off it and puts us, we're gonna be basically the hubs of authority and the beacon of information. This is how it is.
Yeah, like
Kingdoms.
Saban said, Esau forgot that there was other kingdoms prior to his. Other like more decked out.
With
more
technology.
greater.
Because that's another thing they hide and they lie.
Like technology
Like,
is just
they
good.
had technology in the ancient world. They had technology in the ancient. Technology can be gained and it can be lost.
Yeah.
Like they had tech. In fact, there was one guy I forgot. I need to find out who made this quote. But he said it appears that the technology of old has come back again because they had certain technologies back then that just got reinvented back again.
Yeah.
Like the Urim in the scriptures, the Urim and the Thummim is a TV.
Yeah. Phone, your smartphone.
Bro, the more
Light and perfection.
the
The
more
Urim and Thummim is a
Really
TV.
smart
it's a
device,
TV.
yeah.
They had technology that they could move boulders and all kind of things that Esau can't move today.
Yeah.
They in Egypt they got the sarcophaguses that are plumb cut with granite. Like you have to use like a laser to do that now. Because they had lasers back then.
And they still can't
Esau act like
create
that.
it the way it was made then.
Esau act like that
Can't do
history,
it.
that technology didn't exist.
Yeah, but especially in the Americas, bro. There's a lot of stuff in the Americas, like 3D images in walls and shit. Like they got certain images that, like they like you could in a different moonlight. It's different.
Yeah.
Like bro,
Yeah,
they got
the
crazy
Incas-
stuff. They got holographic type stuff.
Yeah, Incas and Mayas was into stuff
was
like
a
that.
high
They
level.
built like their temples where where they could
Yeah, like the
basically look,
savages.
even they said it's greater than Rome when the Spanish went there.
Yeah.
They were saying, yo, this kingdom basically was noted. This is greater than
Bro, they
the
had
Roman Empire.
anti-earthquake
Oh,
technology built into the buildings. With the copper, but it's the Spaniards, they stole the copper out of the buildings, and that's why then the buildings started crumbling because you needed the copper to work.
But they
Bro, bro, these men, like they're
Then in that I think Guatemala, Guatemala's the Incas, isn't it? I think the Incas.
No.
No.
That's,
The Incas is Peru and all that. Peru. Didn't they have that? They had that system where they could.
Guatemala was a mine.
The Mayans, yeah. The Incas in Peru, they had that system where they could, that thing in that big circle and it works up the way and they knew when basically corn would grow properly and stuff. Different seasons.
Knowledge.
Veg and all that. Bro, come on. They can't recreate that.
yeah, even down to their numbering system, their system of storage with the knots. Esau struggles to break it down how it works. It's an algorithmic system. Man, listen, man, like
That's in the scriptures with
the
the
system of white
Issachar.
supremacy is the biggest lie that ever happened. It's the biggest PR, biggest lie, biggest witchcraft that ever happened. Ever.
I got a precept. Baruch 3:36. He have found out all the way of knowledge, and they have given it unto Jacob his servant, and to Israel his beloved.
There you go. So this idea that people before were all Uga Booga, and then Esau came along and he's just this super refined individual, that's a lie.
When he was the Uga Booga.
He's
He was the one in the cave.
He's still Uga Booga. You're still Uga Boogering because really your technology that you have is destructive. In the kingdom, the technology we're gonna have is the real technology, not the Temu thing. Bro. Your thing is the Bandulu technology. You use it, and your brain's frying. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's Bandulu. That's the kind of thing that it's poisonous, man. The food is Bandulu. Oh yeah, I genetically modify this strawberry. Look at it, looks so good. Then the thing's killing you. That's not.
The medicine kills you.
The medicine is killing you.
Side effects. Every medicine you pick up is just like side effects. Dizziness, vomiting.
I bet you there's a way to have Wi-Fi, that kind of tech here, without it destroying and killing you. I guarantee you there is.
And even when it comes to like the food, it'll be like, oh, so we can have it all season. But it's one where like certain foods aren't supposed to be out of season. There you get the best nutrients from them from the time where they're at in that season. You know?
It's weak. I was just, saying it to one of my seeds yesterday, man, that you see when we was back in on the islands, Mom used to make this banana nut cake bread. Yo, that thing was different, bro. That thing was different. Like, bro, you come from down the bottom of the hill. Man's moving like the Rock, bro. Bro, from all way down soul, bro. Like, you're smelling it like, and then when you get there, it was all potent, bro. Now, when she made it here, bare weak, and she always complains to me, when I make the thing, I have to put more garlic than what I used to put because the garlic here is weak. And the garlic coming from China is weak. Everything's weak, man. The sweet potatoes weak. Man can't make duckna properly. Everything's watered down. People think you're getting the cucumbers weak. The tomatoes are weak. Man used to pick tomatoes from trees back home. And it was a fruit. It had flavor. You get a tomato from Tesco, and the thing just tastes like water. There's no flavor for it.
The soil was fucked, bro. The soil was
Because the soil's not been rested.
Can we get a recipe?
The way he described it, it's like you can smell it.
He said, like, it ain't gonna be as like you do it here. It ain't gonna be the level.
No, but it's true.
Shit is
Stuff
watered
is more
down,
potent. It was back like.
Recent ones. The world language is fading different way, and the whole people of the earth do language. Everything's fading, everything's dying. The earth needs rest. It needs rest, man, and these toxic pollutants.
The clothes we're wearing is, bro, everything's killing us, man. All this technology, bro, all your technology is killing, man, to the point man need a microchip here to fix it.
No, it's
AI's got demons.
I need an AI and a chip here to fix all of the problems that you've caused with your technology. From the clothes to the materials that you're using for different things, everything's killing. It comes to the point now, everything's cancerous.
Even that chip is going to be cancerous.
Everything in the chip's cancerous. Bro, man trying to tell you don't do it. Bro, fuck it. Let's just do everything. Because everything's giving you cancer. The clothes you wear, the food you eat, the water you drink, the air you breathe, the car you're driving in. Everything is poisonous to us, but it's high tech. Your phone's frying your brain, it's frying your balls. Your earphones are frying your brain and frying your balls.
It's everything, bro.
What am I meant to do?
When you put it like that, it says nothing.
If it weren't for the, what does it say? It says if it weren't for the Lord.
Bro, the light bulbs is the wrong light bulb. You heard about that? The light bulbs is the wrong light bulb.
When they changed the street lights to the LED, because I remember the old street lights had that halogen, that analog sound compared to like
So
digital.
even the light bulb technology is bandulu. The whole kingdom is really bandulu. It's not right. Like in the kingdom, we're gonna get it right. Everything's gonna be perfect. Everything's gonna be harmonious and balanced with life and wisdom. That's proper technology. Your thing is the Temu thing. Your thing is the nasty off-brand technology. That's what the Lord gave you. And he just about gave you enough to make a nuke so you could destroy yourself.
That's about it, bro. That's it.
And you can't close the atoms back.
The Bhagavad Gita and all that.
Everything.
Oppenheimer, that motherfucker.
They say that Chernobyl place here, there's people
and become deaf.
that
Oppenheimer
that went back there to the Chernobyl.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's more people that went back to live there.
People still
But
dying.
you have to walk around with a Geiger counter because you could be walking down like a road and it's fine, and you could just turn left and it's a
Bro, you know what, yeah? What's cool, man? I personally know someone who worked like a couple towns away from the accident. It was a lady that like I used to work with. And bro, she's sterile and couldn't have kids. She's cross-eyed, she got cancer. Her fucking embryos are cooked. Part of her brain had to get, and basically her father was a scientist, a military scientist. And when she was a kid, after the accident happened, she would get like a shot of wine of red wine a day. But she said she can't have kids. Her body's fucked to this day.
Yeah, because what you find out as well,
that was a couple towns away.
not only does it contaminate where you are, but remember, the whole Earth's system, right? There's actually rivers in the sky.
Yeah.
So the Earth actually has a air. I don't know how to pronounce
Like a
it.
jet stream.
Describe it.
Airways.
Jet stream. The
Jet
jet
stream.
stream system is literally like a river system. Just like
9/11.
the ocean's got a current system. So you got the river system in the sky. So when if you set off a nuclear weapon somewhere in China or somewhere where they do these testing, and those isotopes go into the air, obviously the fallout does affect that area a lot. But remember, isotopes also could go up into the air and then come down in America or somewhere. It's not, and literally get deposited somewhere else.
Remember
So-
that Iceland volcano?
The volcano thing, how it went up and it started falling different places. So a lot of the cancer that you're seeing and a lot of the Bible tells you menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. A lot of these monsters that are being created is a direct result of all this Esau's flipping blowing up atomic bombs in the atmosphere and all kind of shit, man.
Like them
Good
motherfucking
example as well. When you fly to like New York, for example, the flight there, I can't remember. I think the flight there is maybe 5 hours, but the return flight is like 6 hours and a half. There's a difference because the jet stream going there is more. There's more fluidity.
That's it.
But in returning, you're going against the jet stream.
So that shows you, and that's why the Bible talks about loving your neighbor as yourself, man. No man lives on an island. What you do in here can affect someone on the other side of the planet.
100%.
So that's why you're supposed to be mindful about how you treat the environment and vice versa. It's just like if you live upstream, what you do can affect people downstream and vice versa. So the way you're supposed to act is in harmony. But Esau don't care about that. He'll mess up the river, he'll take their trees
And
away.
someone might say, well, fuck them downstream, it don't matter to us. But then when they come upstream to fuck you up, then it's gonna melt. Like people forget, like it don't work.
Yeah, but
one
when
way.
you got that mentality
you know?
and you spread that demonic mentality, it might not be the river that gets messed up. It could be the air. Now you got acid rain because somewhere is doing something over there that now the acid rain's dropping where you are. And that happens all the time. And it's Esau, but Esau always act like he's too smart. He's doing all this technology and ignoring the side effects. Because he don't want to take the time it takes to actually get rid of the side effect. What matters the most is the money, the profit. And whatever the side effect is, charge it. So it's like, oh, we want to make all these clothes. The clothes industry itself is destroying the planet. Like, and the clothes industry is designed not to make clothes so people could buy clothes and then just wear it.
Fast fashion.
Yeah, it's fast fashion, and fast fashion is destroying the planet, man.
I'll grab some information.
and the
Yeah.
quality
I've got a
gets
very
worse
quick
anyway.
precept in and out. Sirach 10 and 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
That's it. I'll just breeze through some information real quick. Because there was experiments done where they put Lycra on dogs, right? Who's talking about clothing? Says the male.
Dogs as well. Like, he put a
He
chip
put
in the
dicks
dog.
in the
Oh, man.
nasty.
Yeah. Says the male dog study 1993. I'll speed through it. Says male dogs were split into two groups made to wear specially fitted underpants made of 100% polyester, 100% cotton, or no pants at all. The control continuously for 24 months. Says the results: the dogs wearing 100% polyester experienced a severe decrease in sperm count, reduced sperm motility, and an increase in abnormal sperm morphology, along with microscopic signs of testicular cell degeneration.
If that's happening to the animals, it's happening to human
Exactly.
beings.
You wear them boxers made of polyester.
And you
Yep.
put that tight shit as well. You know Jake like to wear that tight
Yeah.
White genocide.
The dogs wearing
Destroy you all the
Yep.
time, man.
the dogs wearing cotton and no pants showed no significant changes in sperm parameters. Then in 2008 they had the female dog study, right? It says a subsequent study divided 35 female dogs into groups. Once again, 100% polyester, polyester cotton blend, 100% cotton and 100% wool for 12 months. It says bitches wearing the polyester containing garments showed diminished serum progesterone levels during the ostrus cycles and failed to conceive upon mating or artificial insemination. And then what's the fashion of today?
Yep.
Just lycra. You know,
Esau's
everywhere.
Satan, but that's technology, innit?
Yep.
You know, we gotta thank him, innit? You know what I'm saying?
civilizer.
I got
All these artificial materials that were not necessary. There was always natural alternatives, but the reason they want the artificial the artificial materials because they're easy to control because you have the oil.
Yeah.
And you can control the production of these things. Whereas other things, people could be involved in their own production, like hemp and stuff like that. Linen, like you can actually produce these things for yourself more easier and use them to make things. But if you need these artificial products, you really got to go to Esau, or you have to make some big, complicated system to create, you know, to fractionalize and all that. You know, this brother knows that.
But fertilizing is an example, right? Because there were natural ways to you know, do fertilization and stuff like that. But now Esau's like, now we're gonna make it out of
Dependent
petroleum.
on that, and then now they crash the petroleum. So you know what?
It's like that you mentioned fertilizer, like with the weeds
Plants,
and stuff like that. Yeah, because in America you had that. I forgot what they called it, man. There was a spray they.
Oh, Roundup.
No, there's a.
Agent Orange.
No, is it DDT?
DDT. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
DDT,
yeah.
they spray it, and then there's
Pesticide.
the flies that mess with those weeds and that. Salmon eat them. So now the salmon eat that and goes in. You know what I'm trying to say? So it fucks the whole ecosystem up. Now that salmon has got all the DDT in it, this bloodstream.
And then the bear's gonna eat that. Something else is gonna
Bioaccumulation.
everything's fucked.
Yeah, bro.
I got this 2nd Esdras 5:51. It says, he answered me and said, ask a woman that beareth children, and she shall tell thee. Say unto her, wherefore are unto they whom thou hast now brought forth like those that were before, but less of stature? And she shall answer thee, they that be born in the strength of youth are of one fashion, and they that are born in the time of age, when the womb faileth, are otherwise. Consider thou therefore also how that ye are of less stature than those that were before you, and so are they that come after you less than ye, as the creatures which now begin to be old and have passed over the strength of youth.
So right now we're brought down. That's why the earth needs a revival, and it's made even worse by Esau and his poisoning. Because you gotta look at it like the most endangered. Like if you're a baby, he's got all kind of toxins flowing through her body. And even if you eat normal, you're gonna be like that because the normal shit just has that in there. And you've been accumulating all these toxins and these things whole life. Because the moment you were born, you're now absorbing all this poison. So no wonder man's lucky if we don't come out like, and all messed up. And I hate to see that shit, but it burns me when I see autism and all that. But bro, it's crazy.
And that's even on all that autism and stuff is so high now.
Yeah.
Like it was up in the 50s, and it
Like
was
most
like,
babies is coming out with autism.
Autism and all kind of autoimmune, all kind of allergies.
This is supposed to be progress. How is this progress though?
and that's the next generation. Like you, like
Cancers, all that. Everything's up. How is this progress?
How are 6-year-olds, 8-year-olds getting cancer, getting leukemia? Like, I'm like, bro,
They're poisoned from their parents are poisoned, and now they're poisoned, man. They're born in poison.
But again, it's not by accident.
And there's always a new, it's like PEDs, there's always a new poison that just come out the cut that man don't know about. And then in about 50 years, they're going to go, oops. Oh, yeah, wow, yeah, we kind of figured it out that this was killing, man.
Peptides.
Whoops.
I keep hearing about
I keep hearing
peptides.
that as well, man.
Everyone's like peptides this, peptides that.
Gym and all that.
It's steroids. Basically.
Yeah, big.
That's what I thought so. New name, innit?
Yeah, go on, man.
Isaiah 14 and 12. I'll read in NLT, Isaiah 14 and 12. How are you fallen from heaven, O shining star, son of the morning? You have been thrown down to the earth.
Esau meant to be the light of the world, right?
Yeah.
Well, where is he leading everybody? Death.
Darkness.
Yeah. Yep.
You who destroyed the nations of the world, for you said to yourselves, I will ascend to heaven and set my throne above God's stars.
He knows better, right? Oh, I can make a better tomato than the Most High. I can do this better. I can do that better. Again, but where does it lead us? That's sickness.
I said he could make a better woman, blood. It's crazy. It's like
New gender.
Yeah, what's that? Chopping off man's rods, but mad.
I will preside on the mountains of the gods far away in the north. I will climb to the highest heavens and be like the Most High. Instead, you will be brought down to the place of the dead, down to its lowest depths. Everyone there will stare at you and ask, can this be the one who shook the earth and made the kingdoms of the world tremble? Is this the one who destroyed the world and made it into a wasteland?
You're going to be held accountable.
we're gonna be like Mussolini. Go look up Mussolini in his final hours, him and his wife. Like, humble. That man was like, oh, man went from a ruthless, brutal dictator to begging blood. Him and his wife, and they put bullet holes in them, and then they showed everyone. So that's shame. That's a shame. You know, you didn't even get like a little private. No, bro, they bulleted you up to the point where you're mutilated. You can go look up the images. Mussolini and his wife. She got it too. Because you know she was moving hella proud.
They gave him a public same for Saddam as well.
Yeah. And that's like it. But a week ago he was the most feared in the division. That's how life is. You could go from being the most feared in the division, like word to Deontay Wilder, to just being a nobody. That's the power of the law. The law can have you where everyone's scared of you, everyone respects you, and now not even that mouse respects you.
Yeah.
He's just looking at you and it's just bare shame.
Zakwan, you mentioned even his wife as well. And it reminds me of the monologue that Bill Burr did on SNL, where he was basically talking about how these Edomite women, they're basically trying to push all of the blame onto the Edomite men. And he was basically cutting them. It was like, look, man, right, when we were doing good, you were right here along with us. Right? Yeah, exactly. You was there as well. And it was like, and if you liked to Jake, you could, and you got caught popping him, you would just scream rape. Right? So good monologue when you listen to it, because what he's doing as well, he's proving to you that they're actually low IQ. Because at the end of it, he calls them, but I still love you because you're my bitches. They didn't care about anything else he said. They only spoke about the fact that he called them bitch. It took me a while to clock. I was like, that's genius, right? Because he was proving that these women, these Edomite women, are demonic, right? And they ain't, okay, one or two you may come up in a harem, one or two, but they ain't gonna be the majority.
That's right.
You know?
I think that's Mussolini right there, bro.
Benito Mussolini.
Bro, look how they violated man's court, bro.
Man, like a horror movie,
Billy face, bro.
Yeah, they bulleted because they put bullets all up
They done him all.
Yardy style. And then I think they did the same thing to his wife. Him and his wife, after they chopped them down, they bulleted them up even more. They mutilated them, man.
They can't give him the casket.
No.
It's open. No, closed casket. He deserved it anyway.
Yeah, we'll close up with that. So, that would say, call hello, yeah, how double honor to the apostles, the elders, the great millstones. Shalom to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways, and shalom to you brothers and sisters listening.
Shalom.